Hi there. In this lecture, we're going to tackle a crucial and highly relevant topic: how images and videos are manipulated for deceptive purposes. In today's digital age, visual content plays a critical role in shaping our perceptions. But what happens when that content is altered to mislead or deceive us? The unfortunate reality is that this is becoming increasingly common with modern tools and technology. By the end of this lecture, you will understand the various tactics used to manipulate multimedia content, including photo editing, video editing, deepfake technology, and selective editing. We will investigate how these techniques work, why they are effective, and the impact they can have on public perception. Photo editing is one of the most widely used tactics for manipulating images. The objective is to alter a photo in a way that changes its meaning or creates a false impression. These edits can be subtle or drastic, and they are often impossible to detect without careful scrutiny. Cropping is a simple yet effective technique. Cropping is one of the simplest yet most effective techniques. By cutting out certain parts of an image, the editor can alter the context of the photo entirely. Example: now imagine a photo from a protest. Cropping the image will remove counter-protesters or law enforcement, giving the viewer a completely different perception of the event. It can make a small gathering seem like a large crowd or vice versa. Color correction, sure adjustment. Changing the color tones, brightness, or saturation of an image will influence the emotional response of the viewer. This technique can make an image seem more dramatic, sad, or even ominous. Compositing. This is the process of combining different elements from multiple images to create a new, often misleading image. This technique is commonly used to place individuals or objects into environments they never actually were. Example: a politician's face can be superimposed onto a controversial scene, leading viewers to believe that they were present or involved in something they were not. Photo editing is dangerous. It exploits our trust in images, particularly when they appear in news stories or social media. It is nearly impossible to spot edited photos, especially when the changes are subtle. This inevitably leads to widespread misinformation. Video editing is even more powerful than photo editing because video content is perceived as more trustworthy and harder to manipulate. However, with the right tools, videos can be deceptively altered to completely change their meaning. Simple cuts and merging. The most basic form of video editing is cutting out parts of a video or merging clips from different events. Editors can rearrange the sequence of events and create a misleading narrative by doing this. Example: a political speech can and will be edited to remove key phrases, altering the message of the speech. This can and will make a speaker seem to say something they never intended, leading to misunderstandings or controversy. Voiceovers and subtitles. Another form of manipulation is changing the audio or subtitles of a video. This is a surefire way to mislead people who don't speak the original language or aren't familiar with the original context. Example: a foreign leader's speech can have subtitles that are completely distorted and misleading, making it appear as though the speaker is saying something false.
This is a video that has been getting a lot of clicks online since the 1st of March when it was first published. So it's a video showing Vladimir Putin speaking at an interview, and it's subtitled in French. You get a gist of it here, and the whole thing is, what do you think of the upcoming presidential elections is what the subtitles read there in French, and Vladimir Putin goes on to say things that are rather unflattering, such as the French are very good at electing morons or jerks. Blaireaux is the French word used there. And it goes on then to sort of come out with rather undiplomatic language, shall we say. Now, the subtitles are rather well timed, and if you don't speak any Russian, you might be duped. And indeed, if you look at one share on Facebook where this got quite a considerable number of clicks and views, and if you scroll down through the comments, it's a pretty good barometer of the amount of people who might fall into the trap or not. Some people smelling a rat, so to speak, others falling into the trap, and others still saying, what's going on here? This seems a little bit fishy.
Speed alterations. Changing the speed of video footage is also a powerful tool for deception. If you slow down a clip, someone will appear confused, disoriented, or drunk. If you speed it up, actions will seem more aggressive or rushed. Example: A public figure's actions may be slowed down to make them seem incompetent or dishonest, even if they were acting normally in real time.
For example, this video of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was slowed down to make her look drunk.
Sort of visuals that obviously were planned long before I said most currently. With all this sort of visuals that obviously were planned long before I said most currently.
These simple yet effective video manipulations are difficult to detect, especially for the general public. This can lead to misinterpretation and false beliefs. Now, I'd like to discuss a more advanced form of manipulation: deepfakes. Deepfakes use artificial intelligence, AI, to create videos that are incredibly realistic but entirely fabricated. This technology has grown rapidly in recent years, and it is clear that it has the potential to be used for disinformation. Facial manipulation. Deepfakes allow someone's face to be seamlessly overlaid onto another person's body, making it appear as if they were part of a video they were never actually in. The result is a video that looks completely genuine, but is in fact completely fabricated. For example, a deepfake video can show a famous actor or politician doing something they never did. This could be as simple as making an inflammatory statement or as serious as engaging in inappropriate behavior. The video is so realistic that people can't tell the difference between it and reality. Voice replication. Deepfakes can also replicate voices. AI can generate a fake audio track that mimics the person's tone, accent, and delivery by using recordings of someone's real speech. This makes it seem as though they said something they never actually did. A deep fake audio clip of a public figure endorsing a controversial stance or policy could be spread with the clear intention of misleading their supporters or critics, despite the fact that the figure never said those words. Deepfakes are a serious concern.
Like the video of Mark Zuckerberg created using artificial intelligence to make him say things that he never said.
Whoever controls the data controls the future.
They are becoming increasingly hard to detect and are being used for political manipulation, fraud, and even blackmail. The technology behind deepfakes is getting better and better, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger threat in the fight against disinformation. Finally, there is selective editing, a method where parts of an image, video, or audio are intentionally omitted or altered to create a false impression. This is precisely how written news can be selectively reported to influence public opinion. Omitting context is a deliberate act that can alter the meaning of a text. Selective editing is a deliberate act of manipulation that alters the meaning of content and hides the full story. This tactic makes events seem more extreme or misleading than they really are. Example: a video of a peaceful protest can and will be edited to only show moments of violence or disorder. This creates the impression that the entire protest was chaotic, when in reality, most of it was peaceful. Quotation misrepresentation. In some cases, a person's words are deliberately and misleadingly edited to change their meaning. This inevitably leads to false interpretations and tarnishes someone's reputation. Example: a public figure's statement can be edited to make it seem like they are taking an extreme or unpopular stance on an issue, even though their full quote might express a balanced or nuanced view. Selective editing is effective because it presents content that is technically real, but omits key pieces, distorting viewers' understanding of what actually happened. In conclusion, it is indisputable that the manipulation of multimedia, whether through photo editing, video editing, deepfakes, or selective editing, has serious consequences in shaping how we see and understand the world. These techniques are designed to deceive, mislead, and influence public opinion. As consumers of media, we must be aware of these tactics and develop media literacy skills. We must question the authenticity of the content we encounter, cross-check sources, and think critically before sharing any multimedia content, especially if it evokes strong emotions. We can help stop the spread of deceptive media and resist the influence of disinformation by staying informed and vigilant.